skipped the Ghoul for a second. We went straight to the Psychosis. Psychosis. Tell us about the Psychosis, Bill.
Yeah, so this was interesting. I had an artist at the time that gave me I had an idea for an overdrive that I wanted to have similar to my classic Fender Princeton, which has a tremolo built in, right? And I wanted to have something similar, but where you have some optional gain, right, and a tone, rather than just like a bass and a treble. And so we came up with this, and I didn't know what to call it. I was, frustrated with a couple of things. I figured, it's giving me, it's putting me into Psychosis, but also, it was a number of, different things like that came together, and it really wanted to model that tweed amp sound. And so this is there's 4 transistors that make up the gain stage here on this. And we've got, the hand-rolled Vactrol there for the tremolo. There's been modernized a little bit to have the dual switches now, so you can bypass the tremolo when the pedal is on. You can bypass those 2 separately. You have an indicator for the status of the if the pedal's on or not, but then also the speed and the depth of the tremolo here. You can see it. It brightens and it dims and it's faster when it blinks. So you got kind of everything on this, and it gives you a lot of options. It's pretty nice with the gain real low. Cleans up. It sounds like a tweed amp, when you're running through it, especially if you go kind of straight into like a cab sim and you're just listening to it. So pretty interesting. It can give you some real nice modulation. We can play through some of that if you want to hear, and then I've been making this for a couple of years, and it's been interesting. And this is the first one that our new artist Dale had about 9 months ago. He kind of presented me with he did his own kind of mock-up out of the blue. He said, "Hey, take a look at this. I came up with this. You already had this Psychosis pedal. Here's how I can maybe update it for you." And then from there on, we had a streamlined kind of process for how all the pedals would be updated in the same art style, that Dale has. And he's been great. So we've been a lot of other things coming. As I said, there's the Encounter that he just put together, which is we'll look at here in a few minutes, and that's a collaboration between Cybernetic Sound. I'll go into more detail about that when I show it. But yeah, this is again awesome artwork. We've done a few versions of it. It's probably going to stay like this for a while. But yeah, let's hear it. I mean, it's a nice kind of combination, little specialty pedal. I don't know that you can't use the tremolo separate, but if you just have, if you have the gain down, it's okay. It's kind of like using the separate tremolo,
So if you turn off the tremolo, you can use that as a gain and the tremolo, but you can't use tremolo. You said can't use tremolo.
Right, couldn't use it. The pedal has to be activated, to use it. So it can't be separate on it, separate.
And you said the artist name Dale?
Dale Atkinson, yeah. We could link to him on there.
Does he have a website?
Comes up the Cautionary Dale. Yeah,
okay.
He's got a website, on Instagram, Cautionary Dale.
We'll link that so you can check out more of Dale's work.
Yeah, he's got some great work here. He's actually started working with a couple other companies. I'll have to double check. Some other companies have asked him to do some stuff for him. So he's getting around with some of these other creators, and it's great. He's keeping busy. Besides, he's got a real job. Right?
Now, how do they print this? Is it like silkscreen?
Well, it's a little bit, yeah. So it's UV printed. So it's actually a machine, UV printing machine that's got, it does lay down and the whole I'm not going to butcher the way that they do the whole process there, but it is. It does full color. You can do gloss. There's different layers. It's all done in the computer, and I've not done any gloss on this. These are kind of matte, but there's multiple layers. You can go over and again do some other. So the other art enclosures sometimes sparkling. This one is kind of a textured black. It sort of comes up better on camera.
Yeah.
It can print on the textured, the smooth enclosures, yeah, the glossy finishes on there. It's very interesting. It can print on all those. Comes up very colorful. It doesn't smudge off. It doesn't really scratch off either.
Yeah.
It's pretty durable. I've never, I was a little bit new to the UV printing before before a few years ago. I still want to set up a few where I have the one color, like the ghoul here. I want to set up where I can get a jig and I can do some some actual, hand done. I want to do some actual silk screens. That I can do some hand done. But yeah, I'll get to that. For the one colors, right?
Yeah.
It's a lot of work.
That's the first time I've heard of UV printing. I'm gonna have to look that up.
Yeah, these are all UV printed. I've bought some pedals online, and I've talked to some of these creators like the Timmy, Paul Cochran. I talked to him and I asked him. I said, "Hey, do you sit and do you do the silk? These are one colors. The silk screens on these." He said, "No, they're just UV printed." So he uses we all use the same type of pre-printed printing. So it's all. I guess it's the industry standard, right? Is the UV printing nowadays.
Oh yeah.
JHS will do it. It's all in the whole. Yeah, we get the one machine shop. They actually make the enclosures. They powder coat the enclosures. Then they UV print it. They drill it. Everything all done. They show up, and I'm all set to. I show up here. I got a whole stack of all these. They're ready to make. Just gotta sit down and make them.
Yeah. Now JHS doesn't put a whole lot of work into their art.
No, not too much. It'll just be a little, a little narwhal
or something.
Yeah,
So
a little mouse.
Let's hear how this sounds. We'll
yeah, for sure.
turn on the bypass. This is just the drive.
That's max gain on this.
That's all right.
Turns down.
Well,
No, let's hear the.
That's fine. Everybody knows what gain sounds like, and I do like that gain. I bet if
it's a transistor gain. So it's
push that a little bit more. That would get neat. And now we got the tremolo.
Lots of interesting settings. That goes pretty fast. Cooled out, Yeah, it can get kind of subtle. We can do all sorts of cool stuff. It's slow but deep. Lots of cool stuff there. Again, the transistor gain is very nice. I feel like when you're playing. When you're playing a bunch of, I don't know. I got it. Yeah, I don't know where I went.
Disappeared.
Yeah, it's real subtle. Yeah, you can have it be and then, again, it's pretty, if you had it all the way down.
Yeah, I guess you can use it.
You could kind of use it
without the drive.
Yeah, if you have the drive all the way down. Yeah, you could do I don't know, however you wanted it to be. Yeah.
You got it?
Yeah. Where did I put it?
So it does clean up nice.
Cleans up a bit.
Yeah. You can also,
Yeah, and then turn it up just a little bit. I mean, these are transistors. You can, they're always gonna. At the bottom, it doesn't cut it off completely, but it does still run some through there. It's still going to amplify and cut a little bit. Because they're used, with the four of them, it's used as the actual, the gain stage plus the clipping, I guess. Actual, the drive, the way that it's lined up. But, yeah, not too much more to tell about this one. It's fun to play,
Yeah.
Get some, you put it down, get the stuff to put the put some reverb up and you get it. It can be fun,
Yeah.
Well, anytime you set the reverb up, right?
Oh, you had the reverb cranked on.
I just did.
Oh, okay. It sounds good with the reverb.
Yeah, it does. I think we got the ghoul is fixed. It was the LEDs were touching. I was rushed and I wasn't looking. But the
Because we were recording them when he did it.
Yeah.
And anytime you record somebody when they're doing something, they're going to screw it up.
yeah, it just
It's Murphy's Law.